Christian Prince exposed Shabir Ali by using Ahmed Deedat's video and exposed Deedat with his own video about the mathematical miracles in the Quran.
I challenge this guy. I challenge any guy right now. And you will see right away, anyone who speaks Arabic is willing to call us and we count the words they are talking about, we will get you busted in 2 seconds. All the numbers they mention in their numbering theory is just a flat lie. I will let you listen a little bit for what Shabir Ali want to say so we can laugh together.
And we don't reject the obvious findings which are connected with the book.
And what are some of the examples?
Well, we find that the Quran actually draws our attention to 19. In a verse of the Quran, in the 74th chapter, the 30th verse, the Quran says, "Alayha tis'ata ashar," over it are 19. And within the context, what it means is that there are 19 angels guarding hell. So it's not so much about the number 19 itself as a phenomenon in the Quran. It's just talking about 19 angels guarding hell. But Rashad Khalifa took that to be 19 like as a pattern in the Quran. But so we're not saying this means that there is a 19 pattern in the Quran. It means there are 19 angels guarding hell. But at the same time, it led somebody to think that there is a possibility of 19 being a mathematical system embedded in the Quran. And indeed, we are finding that 19 pops up in some very key places, which draw our attention to the creator's involvement with the text.
So I know you know more. So what are some of the other examples?
So right here, where it says over it are 19, that's in the 30th verse. The very next verse, the 31st verse of that 74th surah, explains in detail why God made 19 angels to guard hell. And it says that this is in order to strengthen the faith of the believers and even to give certainty to the people of the book who might be looking at the Quran. And at the same time,
I want you to remember this. The verse says to give certainty to the people of the book. I want you to remember this because this is very important. Let me play it again. So what the verse saying? That this verse will give certainty to the people of the book. Who is the people of the book in the Quran? Christians and Jews. Interesting. We will see what does that mean soon.
Strengthen the faith of the believers and even to give certainty to the people of the book who might be looking at the Quran. And at the same time, this same phenomenon will cause people who want to doubt to say, well, what does God mean by all of this, to derive the information. Now, this verse, which goes into such great detail explaining the wisdom behind the 19 angels, actually comprises 57 words, which is 19 times.
I have a challenge to Shabir Ali. if he dare, I'm not a rich man, but if he dare, and this is a challenge for him only, if he dare to call me or let me call him, and we count the numbers of the word together. After we count them, if the number is correct, I will give him from my pocket $5,000 as a gift. You are the biggest, fat, stupid liar ever. Take my challenge if you are a man. I want anyone who is a Muslim to communicate with Shabir Ali, tell him, do you want to make $5,000? Easy teasy. You call me, it will take not even 3 minutes to count the words, live on air. You win, you get the money. The biggest fat liars ever in history. But I want to stop here to show you how Muslims they lie. We can go right now and we can count the words, and you will see that their numbers does not even match, does not even get a close. And I will wait, maybe we can get some Muslim who speak Arabic, someone who is very well educated, he know Arabic very well, and we can count together and we can laugh. However, the number 19 is not only based on that verse. Number 19 supposedly appear from the first verse in the Quran. If we go to the first verse in the Quran, we will find that the numbers of the letters is way more than 19. And that will destroy all the theory, because all the theory, it's a complete theory. It's not like one verse here. No, it's like all those verses he mentioned, they have to complete the theory together. If one of them did not work, then the whole theory is not working. In the top of that, this guy Rashad Khalifa, in order to make his false calculation work, but did not work, by the way, but it just, who's going to count? The one who don't speak Arabic? No, the Muslims, they use it. This is Ahmad Deedat. And this is Ahmad Deedat. And this is Ahmad Deedat. The same Ahmad Deedat, he promoted this false numbers all over the world. And he defended them. And he claimed this is a proof that the Quran is preserved. Listen.
Whatever and however the Quran was compiled, you take the Quran and the proof is there. Allah Bari Ta'ala tells you, God Almighty tells you in the Quran, it is His job to protect it from any type of interpolation.
It is His job to protect it, but did Allah protect the Quran? You don't even have the Quran. You don't have the Quran. Which Quran you are talking about? You don't even have the Quran of Uthman. You don't have the Quran of Hafsa. You don't have the Quran of Fatima. You don't have the Quran of anybody. So it is His job to protect the Quran. Is it Allah who wrote the Quran? Do you have a copy of it? And why Muslims have many different Quran? However, I'm not talking about translation, by the way. A Muslim, he might say to you, you Christian, you have a King James version. This is a translation. This is not different Bible. We are not talking about Yusuf Ali versus Hilani Khan translation. No, we are talking about Arabic Qurans. Each one of them is different. So when they say it's preserved, it's very funny. In the top of that, like let us say there's a book is preserved. Your God, He have a history of not preserving. According to you Muslims, all the books Allah He sent, He could not preserve, including the Torah and the Gospel and the book of David, the book of Abraham, the books, whatever books you believe in. So how you want to make us believe that your God can preserve His book if you yourself keep saying that Allah could not preserve all His books except one? So the Muslims, they have a God, His name is Allah, Allah, the moon God. He is so good in preserving books to the point He sent 124,000 messengers. All their books is gone, and they claimed only one He was able to preserve. So your God is the biggest loser, librarian in history. According to you Muslims, Allah have 124,000 books. All are gone. And there's only one He was able to preserve. But just to show you the irony of the stupidity of this Deedat and the people like him, when he is quoting Rashad Khalifa himself, he proved that the Quran is not preserved. What he did? He took verses out of the Quran. He says those don't belong. So look how stupid they are. They are using his theory, which is based on believing and taking off verses from the Quran, because obviously the numbers will not work unless we take those verses off, to prove to you that the Quran preserved. Guys, do you understand my English? Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? So I use a theory of a guy, and his theory, in order to work, he have to delete verses from the Quran, saying they don't belong there. And that proved that the Quran preserved. This proved the opposite. Because the books Ahmad Deedat he have in his hand have those two verses or verses which are taken off. So look how liars they are. They use a theory of a scam which is based on Quran being changed, to prove to you that the Quran is not changed. Now listen to this carefully.
Type of addition or deletion. So you count on now, Surah Qaf, count how many Qafs there?
How many?
You say 57.
I challenge the dead Ahmad Deedat and every Muslim in the world to show me the 57 Qaf. How many Qaf there? Guys, Qaf is a letter. So now, how many letters in the chapter Qaf? According to Deedat, 57. When we have the chapter here, we can read it. And by the way, this is the chapter according to who? To which writing, which reading, which, Hafs, Warsh, which one? But anyway, even this one is a lie. And this is Ahmad Deedat. Ahmad Deedat here, he have those numbers behind him.
Job, what I'm going to show you now. Visually what you see. If he did it, you'll have to start worshiping him. And he says, don't worship me, worship God. The only way out for the skeptic, the unbeliever, the enemy, is to say it's a coincidence. Impossible, improbable. Third time, impossible. Fourth time, man is going beyond now your logic. The same thing happening again and again and again. This is something visual. You can see with your own eyes. I'm not giving you any interpretation, any meaning. No meaning. I'm giving you no meaning. I just look at this pattern. Can any man or group of human beings go and write a book like this? Leave out everything else. Only every Allah word in the Quran or 20.
And look how stupid this religion is. Let us say I wrote a book and I made a pattern of letters or a pattern of... if you can't discover it, I can make it. I can make the same book. This is very stupid. So, not only what they are saying is a lie, and this pattern is not exist, he said it's visual, speaking to people who do not know Arabic, including him. I thought, by the way, Deedat he knew Arabic. But then I was surprised that when he was making a lecture, I think it was in Emirat, he have an Arab translator. He don't speak Arabic. And he said, I hope his translation is good because I don't speak Arabic. So this guy who is giving you something visual in the Quran, he himself do not know how to read any Arabic words. So how you can check it out, Mr. Visual? How I can check out if something based on the language when I don't speak the language? But this is Ahmad Deedat few years later. What he said about the same theory, listen carefully, the same theory. Yeah, you got busted.
For Allah. So I challenged this man to a debate.
Hold on.
I sent him a...
Shut up.
There was a book I had written, Al-Quran, the Ultimate Miracle. I had delivered talks on the subject, and there were videotapes and cassettes available. But this man, who originally made the discovery, which I found useful in talking to Muslims and non-Muslims.
See, he found it useful to talking to Muslim and non-Muslim. Useful to do what? To deceive. But look, he will say to you, he believed that this theory have a lot of messed up stories. Listen carefully. So he is using a lie to convince you. He will admit that. Listen.
But this man, a sickness has developed. Now he's claiming to be a new Rasulullah, like what Baha'u'llah was at one time, and Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. This is a sickness. This is a sickness that is quite common. You see, once a person, he finds that he's so clever, that people are, hero worshipping him.
Look what he just said. So are you saying to me that somebody is so clever, can come with something, make you believe it's miraculous, and you worship him? And do you see how stupid what he said? If the theory is true, which is not, you just said that if someone is so clever, he can fool you and make you worship him. Is that the case the same for Allah? Or the same for Muhammad? Do you see how stupid, hypocrite they are? So suddenly now this guy, he is a fraud. Suddenly he is just so clever trying to make people worship him. So if he is a bad person, how Allah is using him to discover such a miracle? If he is satanic, because if he claimed to be false, if he is false, is he a fraud? If you want people to worship him, that means he's Satan. So how Satan is proving the Quran to be right? Are you with me, guys? Do you see how stupid this religion is? How stupid those sheikhs are? How hypocrite they are? So they use this guy words to promote Islam everywhere. And now this guy, he announced himself that he is the messenger of Allah. They did not like that. They closed their eyes that even he took verses from the Quran. Is it possible that deedat do not know that this guy, he deleted verses from the Quran? Is it possible? There's no way. He closed his eyes. He put it in his book. He made a lot of money by putting the whole theory of this guy Rashad Khalifa in his books, in his CDs. His CDs, his audio sold all over the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Millions and millions of dollars came like rain. And now a person asked him, what you say about Rashad Khalifa lately? So now he is start slandering Rashad Khalifa, who he himself, he used his teaching to fool people, to lure people into Islam.
And he finds that he's so clever that people are hero worshipping him. And whatever I say, I know these people will believe.
Did you hear what he said? And whatever I say, those people, they will believe. Did you hear it? So why you believed him? You were a fool? Are you saying that you are a donkey? So now it turned to be that this guy, he think whatever I say, people will believe it. This is what you did. And you made money from it. Okay, tell us more.
And whatever I say, I know these people will believe. So the man creates a sickness. This man, I can make claims. Today, this guy called Rashad Khalifa, he is the man who discovered this theory. Alayha tisat ashar. Now he said he is a new Rasul. He's a messenger of God. There are certain flaws in the theory.
What? What you just said? There's 13 flaws in the theory? So how the theory stay together? Did you put cement to string in the theory? If there's a flaws, it means the theory is gone. If there's a flaws in the theory, why you put it in your book? Do you see the hypocrisy? They put him in the corner. A guy, he asked him a question. How in the world do you accept this? Scam. So now he did that. He want to save his ass. So all those videos speaking about how amazing, how wonderful. There's no way you can find pattern like this by mistake. It turned to be a false. What happened to the person who was very sure?
23 years in his head. And you watch how he bleats like a goat. Coincidence, coincidence, coincidence. Watch.
Coincidence, coincidence, coincidence. So this theory have a flaws, which mean all of it is a lie. Because if we have one thing in it does not match, that means the whole thing collapses. And I can start from page number 1 in the theory to the page number last one, and we will find that all of them, all the numbers are fabrication. However, we will go to what Shabir Ali he said.
Made 19 angels to guard hell, and it says that this is in order to strengthen the faith of the believers, and even to give certainty to the people of the
to give certainty to the people of the book. People, what do you think about this sentence? What does that mean? How that will give certainty to the people of the book?
Angels to guard hell, and it says that this is in order to strengthen the faith of the believers, and even to give certainty to the people of the book who might.
All right, now let us see who is the one who came with the number 19 then. It was the Jews. You see, he just said that this is to give certainty to who? To the people of the book. The Jews, they fool Muhammad. They leak questions they are going to ask him. They mention between the Arab, people, like in our religion, we have 19 guardian for the hell. We are going to ask Muhammad how many they are. If you do not know, that means a false prophet. So the stupid Muhammad, he got the bait. The Jews don't believe in such a garbage. Neither the Christians. And this is why Muhammad, he chose in this number to give certainty to the Christians and to the Jews. So the stupid Muhammad so the stupid Muhammad, he took the bait. They gave him the bait. He accepted the number they gave. He believed in it. He put it in the Quran. They got him busted. Let us see.
Got the Quran.
So Shabir Ali, he mentioned here that this verse will give certainty to the Christians and the Jews. How that will work? Why the Christians and the Jews will have certainty after they hear this verse? Remember, Muhammad here, Shabir Ali saying, this will give certainty to the Christians and the Jews in the time of Muhammad, not now. This is to give certainty to who? To the people of the book. Where? In the time of Muhammad. So how that will give certainty to the Christians and the Jews, we will find out in 2 seconds.
Believers, and even to give certainty to the people of the book who might be.
Wonderful. The reason he mentioned that because the stupid Muhammad, they told him that the Christian and the Jews, they believe that the guardian of the hell are 19. So now Muhammad, he agree with them. This is not a miracle. This is a stupid. Because this is not what the Christians and the Jews believe, number one. And this is the stupidity of Muhammad, proving that he is a fraud. He copied what they said to him. Let us show you reference. We don't like to make stories without reference. I will try to find some reference too, not only in Arabic, but in English. This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi. All right. This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi. All right. Now we will know why Muhammad, he mentioned this number. It was not his choice. It was the deception of the Jews. They fooled him to get him busted. Read carefully with me. This is al-Qurtubi. I will translate for you in front of your eyes.
God Almighty says, so that those who were given the book may be certain, that is, so that those who were given the Torah and the Gospel may be certain that the number of the treasures of hell agrees with what they have. This was said by Ibn Abbas, Qatada, Al-Dahhak, Mujahid and others.
Do you see
Then
it?
it is possible that he mean.
Do you see it? Agree. He gave them this number. So the people of the book, the people of the Torah and the Gospel will have certainty that Muhammad is truly a messenger of God. Why? Because this is the number. Agree with what they have. Do you see it? Muslim Abduls, do you see it? Your prophet, it is not him who made the number. It was the Jews. They trapped him. Now, who is the Muslim can show me that the Jews and the Christian, they have 19 guardian for hell? Any Muhammadan? I will post the link in Discord, and maybe the admin can shorten the link and post it in YouTube, please. Today, Rumble is not working. For some reason, it did not work. I don't know why. Uh, so if somebody tell the people in Rumble to come over, please. Yeah. And later maybe I will try to reload the video in Rumble. Because, you know, we can't leave videos for long in YouTube, so Rumble will become our like archive. So as you see here, this is the reason for Muhammad did that. Let us see, maybe I can find something in English. Give me a second. Let us see. All right. If we go to Ibn Kathir, we will find this. Ibn Kathir. Where is Ibn Kathir? See why Muhammad he hate the Jews? They always trap him, fool him, and get him busted. And this fool, he take what they say for granted. You will see right away that Muhammad, everything he have is coming, you know, is just trying to make the Jews happy, specifically the Jews. Because they always get him busted and they expose him and they lie to him and he believed the lie. That's why the Quran in chapter 9 verse 28 it says he is an ear, 61 sorry, 61. He is an ear. Why they call him an ear? Because simply he is an ear. He, you know, he take what he hear from people. You know, he accept it, he believe it, and then he put it in his book. So if we go here in the Quran, let us see if this is the English translation here. Where is the word? People of the book. You see, I'm trying to find you the English one, otherwise I have to show you the Arabic, because the English, usually they hide a lot of information, and the English is not really, not even 1% of the Arabic Ibn Kathir. Let us see here. It should be here. And do not doubt to be left to the people of the scriptures and the believer that those are the heart and disease. All right, meaning the wisdom, etc. So no, this is not what we want. Well, if I have to show you in Arabic. Give me a second. Always Ibn Kathir in Arabic is different from Ibn Kathir in English because they lie in the translation. You cannot take what they say for granted. Let us see Ibn Kathir, the interpretation of this verse. Let me show you. Oh boy. Are you a Muslim? The one is waiting, Jumfo. This website is working. I will post it in Discord, and I hope the admin can make it short and post it in YouTube. So this is Ibn Kathir. And again, Ibn Kathir in Arabic is not the same as Ibn Kathir in English. I will try again to check in the English to see if that will work. But as you see, I open it. I did not see it. So here, read with me. I will zoom.
And God Almighty says, and we have not made their number except a trial for those who disbelieve, meaning, we have mentioned their number as 19 tests from us to the people so that those who have been given the book may be certain, meaning they know that this messenger is true, for he spoke in accordance with what they have of the heavenly books revealed to them the prophets before him. And the Almighty said, and it increases those who have believed in faith, to their faith, that is, to what they bear witness of the truthfulness of the information of their prophet Muhammad, may God bless him and grant him peace. And let not those who were given the scripture and the believers doubt, and those in QC their heart is a disease.
So do you see what happened? Muhammad, he gave the number 19 to confirm what the Christians and the Jews, they have in their books. So the stupid fool, he believed. They made him believe that the Christian and the Jews, they believe there's 19 guardians of angels for hell. It's in the front of, do you see it? So the reason he gave that number to show them that this is in total agreement. For he spoke in accordance with what they have. They who? The Christian, the Jews. For the heavenly books revealed to them, and the prophet before him. So Muhammad, the Jews, they trapped him. They made him believe that this is what they believe. So the stupid Muhammad, now he gave them numbers in total agreement in what they believe. But this is not what they believe. They lied to him. They are just fooling him to show everybody that he is a fraud. So they told him, they sent the news to him that this is what we believe. The Jews are going to ask you those questions, and they want to know. They will ask you how many, If you read the interpretation, you will see that this is the Jews asking the questions. The Jews is the one who ask how many the guardians of hell. Why the Jews are the ones asking? Where in the Old Testament Muslims it says the number of the guardians of hell? Number 19. How this is accordance to what they have? And why he is giving them accordance? Shouldn't he give them what is not? Isn't it the Jews and the Christians supposedly they changed their book? It turned to be Muhammad is copying the Jews now. And look, in the same page of Ibn Kathir in Arabic, you will find that this number does not match. Why? Because Muhammad in different hadith, he claimed that the angels who they are in care of the hell is 70,000. So is it 19 or 70,000? If you go and read here at the end of Ibn Kathir page, you will see here in red it says, oh, this one is speaking about the house of Allah in heaven. This is not about hell. But even in hell, it's 70,000. Let me show you. Here we go. Do you see it? There are 70,000. Are they 19 or 70,000? There's a huge number between 70,000 and 19. So when Muhammad he heard that the Jews believe in number 19, the guardian of hell, he put it in the Quran. I can show you endless limit of reference. All Muslim scholars, they say that Muhammad, he gave them this number in agreement in what they have in their books, including the book of Al-Razi, including the book of Al-Qurtubi, etc., 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 Ibn Ashur, Al-Shawkani, Al-Baydawi, all those scholars, they say this is in total agreement with what the Jews and the Christians they have in their book. Scholar after scholar. So the real reason for Muhammad to give this number, it was, do you remember, guys, the guys, the two guys, they came, they spoke to me in Arabic? You remember the two Abdul? We spoke about why you have to enter the bathroom with the left foot. Who remember them? They mentioned to me interpretation of As-Sadi. I said to them, who is this guy As-Sadi? They said, oh, this is a big guy. Even this potato As-Sadi, he say the same. If you go to As-Sadi, let us see. Where is it, tafsir? I mean, all of them, we can go like one by one. Like this is Al-Razi. Al-Razi. It says the same. It is in agreement in what they have in their book. Okay, here is taking us. Hold on. It is eaten. The interpretation is eaten in Arabic. What happened? Where is the interpretation? Let me show you. I hate to say something without showing reference, so bear with me. Okay, let's see here. Al-Razi, he did not give actually exact, he said he don't know why it's mentioned that. But let us show you then Al-Qurtubi. This is Al-Qurtubi. Yeah, Al-Razi did not mention anything, did not even explain anything. So this is Al-Qurtubi. Here we go. What it says here, Al-Qurtubi. All right. Here we go. Yeah. It is in total agreement in what they have in their books. And this is the statement of Ibn Abbas, Qutada, Al-Dhahhak, etc. Blah, 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 blah. And all of them, they agree on that. So Muhammad, he gave them a number just to agree with what they have in their Torah and their Gospel. There's no question that Muhammad is a total
They gave
fraud.
the Torah and the Gospel that the number of the treasures of hell agrees with what they have.
See?
This was said by Ibn Abbas, Qatada, Al-Dhahhak, Mujahid and others. Then it is possible that he means those of them who believed, such as Abdullah bin Salam.
Abdullah ibn Salam is a Jewish guy. So obviously Muhammad, as usual, is a victim of the Jewish games who fool him, they lure him, they trap him, they get him busted. They give him false information. They ask him the question. He used their false answers as true answers. And this is how they knew. It's just like they make a mockery of him, you know? Like let's say to this guy, let us send him somebody, tell him that this information, which is a joke. Let us see if he will take it for, you know, like he will accept it, or he will say this is wrong. And this is exactly what they were doing to him. As an example, this is another scholar. His name is Shawkani. Let me show you. Let us use the Shia library. But this is a Sunni. Remember, this is not a Shia. We are using a Shia library. It's just a library in the internet. But doesn't mean this is. All right. So this is the book of Fathul Qadir for Ash-Shawkani or Shawkani. Volume number 5, page number 320. All right. Now you have the reference in front of your eyes. All right. Now we go down. And you will see it says that the reason he gave them that 19, the number is 19, for this is in total agreement with the numbers of the guardian of hell in their books, the Torah and the Gospel.
What is meant by the people of the book, the Jews and Christians, is to agree with what was revealed from the Quran, that the number of the keepers of hell is 19 of what they have.
See it? So the whole idea of this 19 have nothing to do with miraculous, and the calculation is absolutely false. It's a scam, and Muhammad is a fraud again. He is copying what the Jews said to him wrongly. The Jews are making fun of him. The Jews are the one who ask him, do you know how many there are? Do you know, Muhammad, how many the guardian of heaven? And the stupid Muhammad, he take it, you know, whatever you say to him, he take it. Yeah, okay, there are 19. Here, the Jews believe in that. They told him the Jews and the Christians, not only the Jews and the Christians. And this is what they have in their books. And then, if you go and check what the Muslim they claim a mathematical miracle as Shabir Ali is doing, you will see that the Muslim themselves, they have tons of articles published proving that this is a fabrication. None of those numbers are true. This is a Muslim website. Let me show you, and I will share it with you. This one we can post in Discord, we can post in YouTube. Again, for people in Rumble today is not working, so we will download the video there. This is the link, I just gave it to you, and let me wait for you here. This is a Muslim website, I have nothing to do with it. QuranOnlineIslam.org. All right? So they are making a study of what he said, and they show you that little study of the numbers he gave is nothing but a fabrication. So they are quoting what Rashad Khalifa is saying, and then they check it out, they check the numbers, and they will show you that those numbers are nothing but a fraud. They are not true. Far away from reality and what is there. Part 1 of the study, when 119, when the number did not add up. The frequency of forwards, blah, 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 blah. So they are showing you how all of those are not there. I mean, this is just a lie. All is just a lie. The whole study is made by the Muslim, nothing to do with me. I am not the one who owns this website. You can contact them. This is Quran al-Islam on onlineislam.org. Who is a liar then? We have Malik. He want to join us. He's a Muslim. Go ahead.